you doing?
Guess what?
Oh, it'll be question time, right? Okay. How to keep a positive mindset. Okay. Lots of different ways of doing that, I guess. So we can look around things like gratitude, work-life balance. Don't perhaps have people in your life that don't add to your day. Tell you what, I think what we need to do is go to Flipchart. Do you know what? I don't get any peace and quiet in this place with this guy in the building. You video this, video that, so here I am. It's all cool. Love to help you guys. So let's have a look at these ideas in terms of keeping a positive mindset. First things first for me is having a blend. We often say balance, but sometimes they blend. Merge one into the other. So you've got your family, friends and work, and try, I know it's difficult, but strive to actively always keep that balance, to try to keep that balance, because I think when you do that, you do get there better than you think. But if we give up completely, that's when we end up kind of a little bit lonely and a little bit isolated. So always strive to blend, and I'm sure that's where you'll end up, probably, like I said earlier, better than you think. Second thing is, acknowledge your awesomeness. Is a bit of a pennyism, I guess. This is the bit where we forget to kind of pat ourselves on the back or simply look at our day and go, what have I achieved? What am I really chuffed about? What I'm really happy about? It might be something unusual. It might be you bumped into an old friend in the high street. It can be the simplest of things. But when we actively acknowledge, it really helps us to keep in that positive mindset. Don't service people that are a minus to your day. So what I mean by that, I get in family, in business, that, you know, we have people in our lives that, frankly, we're not keen on. It doesn't mean necessarily you're able or can or shut them out completely. Sometimes that's appropriate, but sometimes we just need to probably spend a little less time with them. So it's not perhaps engaging in a full-on sort of outing on a full day, weekend, whatever it might be, for a social event when you don't necessarily really want to. That's okay. So to not service people and relationships that don't add to your day, I guess. Next thing, check internal dialogue. So that bit is what I'm talking about. It's how you chat away to yourself, because we all do it, right? That little person in your head chatting away to you. Check in what's going on. Check in with what that other little voice in your head is saying. Often it can be a little bit negative for me to be mindful of that and kind of, I guess, flip it. Okay? So it's not about necessarily stomping out that negative dialogue, because there's a bit of a newsflash here, guys. We have negative automatic thoughts. These are thoughts that we don't have control of. They literally flick up like a piece of film in our heads, and we have just got to learn to deal with them in the best way we can. Sometimes you acknowledge what's going on for you in your head, let it through, just let it pass and think, you know what, it's okay, I'm just going to let it go. Sometimes you actively need to change what is going on in your head, and that be using tactics I'm going to show you in just a minute a bit further down. Build awareness. So it's on the back of what I've just been talking about. Start being aware of when you're not feeling so great, so then you can do something about it and do that flipping of the coin. I often talk about two sides of the coin, the yin and yang, two sides to pretty much everything. So with the negative comes a positive. If we don't acknowledge the negative, we often aren't appreciating of the positive. You kind of have one without the other. So just be aware of that. The next thing is, and not last but least, is about taking action. It is in your power to be able to take an action. Any action that changes how you feel. You might listen to one of your favourite podcasts or favourite tune that you like. It could be picking up a book. It could be visualising that time that, I don't know, you spent with the kids down on the beach and you just caught the smile of your son or your daughter or whatever it might be that really literally kind of warms you and makes you feel kind of good, and more importantly, good about yourself. So there's a summary of different ways you can improve your mindset into a more positive mode. Build your awareness, implement an action is within your power and make it a better time or day that you are having.